What is life coaching and how could it help you? Well, you are about to find out as we go on an epic adventure, or should I say, as we go on a coach. What is coaching? Well, where do you think this word actually comes from? I'll tell you, it originates in Hungary in the 15th century. What's that got to do with coaching? Well, the word coach actually comes from a coach and horses. So why would anyone go on a coach and horse? Well, this might not come as any surprise to you. They are somewhere and they want to go somewhere. That is the role of a coach, to take someone from where they are to where they want to be. Very few people would get on a coach and horse and say, excuse me, can you just take me away from here? I just don't want to be here. I don't know where I want to go. Most people would say they do know where they want to go. But in life, this is where it starts to get really interesting, because I believe that a lot of people don't really know where they want to go in life. They want to know where they don't want to go, but very few people are able to say, I know exactly what I want. I know the goals that I want to achieve, and I'm going to make it happen. And that is one of the reasons why people need life coaches, because life is challenging and difficult enough as it is. Now, I've spent the last 30 years of my life coaching people. These are some of the books I've written. Look, Sort Your Life Out. And here's another one of the books I've written, of the 19 books. Life DIY. Now, I'm not showing you these books to impress you, but I just want to impress upon you that one of the things I'm really interested in is giving people solutions, helping someone work out, where are you and where exactly do you want to go? And what is the best way to get there? And what are the tools that you need to help you carve out the path to get what you want? What are the obstacles that are going to be in your way? And that's ultimately what really life coaching is all about, because there are many things that we have in common. And if you think about what life is really, the word life actually means the space in between being born and dying. And there is a gap in this space, right? You're filling that gap in right now, but a lot of people are stuck. They don't feel quite right where they are. And this is where some people settle for that. Some people know that something isn't quite right. They don't feel the way they want to feel. They'd be a bit stressed or worried or anxious, maybe heavily affected from their past. And that's why some people, when they want to sort their life out, they might go and work with a therapist. And a therapist will help that person look at their life, maybe some of the trauma, some of the experiences that they had that are affecting who they are today. Whereas a coach is much more geared around working with someone who does have goals, who knows that there are gaps. And when we look at where those gaps are for most people want to make changes in their life, perhaps with their health and their energy. Maybe they want to lose weight, they want to be fitter, they want to be stronger. They need some sort of coaching. Some people need help with their relationships, and also with their work and wealth, with people that want to fill in the gap. Coaching can really help people, because this is where it gets, again, interesting. When you think of like this book, right? Life DIY. How popular do you think DIY is? How many people do you think there are in the world right now that will be in where they live and they're thinking about making that place better? They want to move things around, they want to paint something, they want to add a bit of furniture, they want to make the space that they're living in better. I actually wrote this book because I wanted people to start thinking about how they could DIY themselves, how they could fix certain things that maybe weren't working, rewire their brain, because we can all actually do that. But the challenge with doing any work like this is that you can't really see your internal workings. Most of us are just trying to make sense of the world as best as we can. What coaches are really good at doing are asking really great questions. Because a great coach won't necessarily tell you what to do. They will encourage you by asking you questions that make you think about things differently. And if you take one thing away from this video, it might be this. We don't change really when we tell people what to do. People tend to change when their perspective changes, where they're able to look at something in a way perhaps they haven't looked at it before. And one of the things I love to say to people, if someone has a lot of worry or stress or anxiety in their life, I often say, well, look, you're really good at doing that. You've practiced doing it. If you want to achieve something, how do you think you need to feel? How do you think you need to act? And one of the questions my coach, when he was alive, used to ask me, he used to say, how do you feel about where you are right now? You see, when you ask a question, you have to go inside. You have to look for the answer to that question. And what most people come to me and want to achieve is that they do have goals. There are things that they want to achieve. They have ideas. And for a lot of people, they have an idea, but they don't believe it. They need some form of structure. They need some sort of process. And again, great coaches will help people create the culture, create the environment, give them the tools, and then support them over an extended period of time. Life is difficult enough as it is, but with anything that anyone wants to achieve, chances are someone has already achieved that. So we never have to really reinvent the wheel. A life coach is often just someone who is there for someone as that person tries to work out how to get what they want, because ultimately everything that we do in life is about goals. Everything that we do in life is for an end. Everything that we do is for an outcome. We are what the Greeks called teleological. And this is an area that I'm as fascinated in as I ever have been. And I think one of the challenges that we face when we start to do things differently is to start playing at the edges of what we're comfortable doing. Human beings are very much creatures of comfort. And whenever we do something that we don't normally do, there's a part of us that almost wants us to stay where we are. We think who we are is who we are always going to be. And a great coach will help someone and encourage someone as they learn, grow, and evolve. And I've got something truly amazing I'd love to share with you. We created a 30-day, it's absolutely free. It's a 30-day free program. It's called the 30-day Kickstart. Now, I don't know whether you've ever heard of that expression, the Kickstart. That actually comes from a motorbike. The lever on the side of a motorbike that you take out and you push it down with your foot really hard, which gets the engine going. And ultimately, I think that's what a lot of people need in life. They need a bit of a kickstart. They need a coach. They need to get some momentum to move away from where they are and to move into a better place, a better direction. So I'm going to invite you to do my free 30-day Kickstart challenge. I'll work with you for 30 days. The first part of the program, the first week, is about awareness, making you aware of why you are where you are, making you aware of perhaps why you failed to get the results that you want in the past, make you aware of the exact steps that you need to take to start getting progress, then making you aware of the action is what we do in the second week, the specific action that is necessary for you to start getting results. And this is where a lot of people stop. They get some success in their life, and as soon as they get some success, it's almost like reaching a destination. You think, I've finished. When you get to a place where you start getting some success in whatever area you're improving, that is the time to accelerate. And once you start to accelerate, you get to a place where you can't go back to where you were before. You really start to advance, and that's the last part of this program. It's absolutely free. You'll see in the description here, there is a link. Let me coach you. Whether you're someone who's had coaching before or you're someone who's totally new to coaching, it really doesn't matter. If you're the sort of person that starts things and doesn't finish them, you're not alone. When you look at people who are really successful, you see that all of these people have had coaching in some way, shape, or form. Human beings do not do very well on their own, and ultimately a good coach will help you fill in the gaps, help you go from where you are to where you want to be, help you find your true north, help you set those goals, help you to put the plan in place using the right tools where you start to believe the ideas that you have. You see possibility and you go to a place that you've not gone before. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go and check it out. Like I said, it's absolutely free. Let me help you close those gaps between where you are and where you want to be. Take care, and we'll see you soon.